Hey everybody, Jim Mouse here. I wanted to go ahead and do something a little bit different from my normal content. I normally do stream on Twitch, Dead by Daylight, as a PC gamer. I decided to go ahead and put together a fitness podcast full of great people that I know, have gained with, do see online with their fitness journeys and everything that they're going through and stuff that they know. We are all by no means certified professionals. These are our opinions and stuff that we have gone through and learned throughout the years of our adventures for this journey. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it just as much as we did, and hopefully y'all will go ahead and continue to like this. If you do like what you see, did like what you hear, go ahead and make sure to leave some comments for any kind of questions, any kind of things you would like to see touched up on the next podcast. Make sure to go and turn that notifications on when you click that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Alright everyone, we are here today. I know it has been quite a while since we went ahead and I've seen you all here. But hopefully y'all have been well. I know it's been I got a little bit to tell y'all about what happened here. So I gotta go and go grab something else real quick, and then we can go ahead and start up. Alrighty, so we're gonna go to get this rolling, everybody. Y'all do not know me already. My name is Jim Mouse. It's been a while. I've had quite a bit of things happen here, so hopefully we can go ahead and get y'all up in here too. Hopefully y'all can go ahead and enjoy it today. We are gonna be doing our first ever fitness podcast. So looks like they went ahead and decided to go ahead and switch. No, they're good. We just need to move that one over there. That's what we're gonna do. All right. So we're gonna go say what's up to all these great people here. Yeah, are the stream here? All right, let's go say what's up to everybody here. All right, so this is welcome everybody. This is gonna be our first ever fitness podcast. It's been a while, like I said. I haven't streamed in probably a little bit over a week myself. I had an injury. Let's see right here. I actually just put this on because I'm like, all right, I've been out of it for a while. So we're going to just start right up into it. We're going to go to introduce all these great fitness gurus that I did happen to go ahead and see all over Twitter and even on their streams. Yes, Blue, even you also. So we go ahead and to my left, you see Sith. To the bottom of me, we see Blue, and over to the corner, you see ProSuperHero. If we can go ahead and get a Sith over here to go ahead and introduce himself and go ahead and tell us exactly, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What got you into fitness, and just go ahead and give us a little bit about you.
All right. Well, I'm Sith. On Twitch, I'm known as Sith Fitness. Yeah, I know. Pretty accurate here. But let's see, where I got into fitness. I've always kind of been into fitness. Growing up, I was that tall, awkward, goofy kid. I'm 6'6", so
Jesus.
I was always that tall, lanky bastard.
Jesus.
So naturally, I had to play basketball. That was kind of my life for a while, and then, I realized I wasn't going pro. So then we're like, screw it, let's join the Army. So then Army, you got to be in shape for the Army. So fitness continued to be part of my life. And then we went, and from there, got out, was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, because I got a foot surgery that fused a couple of my bones. And so I thought, what better way to heal my foot than to start powerlifting? So now I'm a powerlifter. Not like a professional one or anything. I just have fun with it. But it's kind of been a way that I can test myself and keep seeing improvements. But other than that, I'm a goofy, ridiculous dude covered in Star Wars tattoos. Yeah, I don't know what else to say.
All right, see, yeah, so we don't just lift heavy things. We're all also nerds here. 100%. Dude, I did not know you were in the Army, man. That's actually a first thing to me. I didn't know about that, because I'm currently in the Air Force.
So, oh, nice. Yeah. Small world.
Very, very small. Blue, go ahead and tell us a little bit about you now. Can't hear you.
My mic on now?
It's good now.
Hey, great first start. I don't even know where to begin. I guess I've been into sports my whole life. I was always the token fat dude who was somehow good at sports on every team I was ever on. But a couple years ago, I had some health problems that, long story short, almost killed me. So I was like, I should probably get my shit together now. By the way, am I allowed to swear? Good.
18 plus. Yes, go ahead.
Hey, all right, yeah. So I figured I should probably get my shit together, and didn't want to end up dealing with those problems anymore. So I started, eating right, working out, and seeing results, I guess. And those are addicting. So once I started seeing results, just wanted to work harder and harder, and now I'm addicted to the gym. So that's fun. Pretty much all there is about me. Nothing else is important.
Yeah. So a little bit of thing. Blue was not very convinced that he should be in this today, but I was like, I told him, I said, dude, trust me, I may not seem like it. People see the videos and stuff I put up on Twitter, but I have seen your progress. I think you would fit in, man. And so he's like, all right, okay, I guess so. Yeah.
I appreciate that. I do.
Dude, no, seriously, I did see it. So I was like, I know plenty of people. Let me go ahead and hit quite a bit of people up. So, Pro, go ahead and tell us about you.
Right on. I grew up always outside, so I was like always running around, playing sports, anything to keep my energy, anything for my parents to get my energy occupied by something else. And that led to just, playing soccer, basketball, tennis, football, whatever sport there was available at the time, I was doing it. So that's where my kind of, joy for athletics came from. And then once I left college, where I played intramural in college soccer, and then I went to New York and started to get into the gym for real. Because, I was 22 years old, single in New York City, had to look good. So that was basically where it came from. And about 2 years of really hitting the gym hard, bulking up, doing heavy lifting, I actually messed up my shoulder, and that threw me out of the gym for a long time. And I was no longer able to hit those lifts, big lifts like I used to. And so now I'm trying to find other ways to, stay fit, still build muscle, but I'm not cranking out 300-pound bench presses anymore.
Dude, don't say that,
Yeah.
please. That's actually how I tore my chest. Please don't say that.
Dude, yeah, I can't do it. But so I've found different ways to work on that chronic pain that I deal with from that injury.
Well, there you go. See? All right, so everybody has, so as you hear, everybody has had a little bit of injuries here and there, a little bit of, quite a bit of drive that has pushed them to go ahead and pursue the life of fitness, right? And so, I mean, we got Sith over here. He's joined the military, went ahead and joined the military, ended up having to have first surgery, but still went ahead and kept on with it. And so now he's doing it, and he's loving powerlifting. We have Blue down here who's facing some health issues, and he's like, I gotta go and do better for myself, and he's doing it. He's still constantly doing it. I see those numbers you put up on Twitter. Trust me, I do. And Pro, I'm like, I see those pictures. I see it. I see you showing a little bit about there. So everybody obviously came from different backgrounds. It doesn't matter what you do. Everybody has some kind of drive that goes ahead and pushes them to go ahead and become better for themselves. So I guess, so like I said, so we'll just go ahead and keep rolling on into it. So, me, I did MMA, jiu-jitsu, powerlifting, and now I do bodybuilding. I can't do it right now, so we got me doing all that. Now I'm doing bodybuilding. Sith is over here doing powerlifting. Blue's over here doing it for general health, and Pro's just an athlete. Right?
Yeah, well, that's what my position would be in the NFL draft. Athlete.
Athlete.
I don't. Yeah.
All right, so this was kind of a little bit put together. I was trying to come up with things and that what should we hit up for fitness stuff. Pro, I really liked some of the stuff you were saying that we should go ahead and hit up. So like one of the things that I'd like to help so what is the most like ill-perceived ways of fitness? Like when people think of working out, people think of getting fit. On y'all's opinions, coming from all these different backgrounds, what do y'all think that people think of first, and what is like a negative output that they have on that? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say
Like,
one of
like
the
Mythbusters.
yeah, like Mythbusters. We got everybody out there in the gym, all these pro bodybuilders, powerlifters, everything going out there and just saying like, this is actually wrong. This is actually how it is. So to me, one of the biggest things that is a big ill-perceived concept is that you have to lift heavy weights to get big. Like I said, you went ahead and lifted up 300 pounds. You were doing that back in the day. The most I could do, well, not anymore now, was probably 285, 295. I'm 5'7.5", and I wear large shirts. and I don't lift 225 pounds every time I go ahead and go lift weights, you know. So so what is y'all think about the perception that has built up that you need to lift heavy weights to get big? First, anybody?
I mean, I'll start. I'll start if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
And sorry, I had to scoot out.
No worries.
Voice phone was on full blast right there.
No
but
worries.
Anyway, I have a little bit different perspective on this. You're completely right that you don't have to lift big weights to get big. I agree with you 100% there. But on the flip side, I think one thing that people take hearing that and they'll go the complete opposite way, and they'll start being afraid of the bigger movements, like compound movements in general, like bench and deadlift and squat, can be hugely vital to building a big physique as well. I mean, I'm sure you can speak to it too, even if you're not, doing 500-pound deadlifts, you're in there and you're doing those big motions because they hit a lot of those muscle groups that you're trying to target. So I guess on that note, it's important to make sure you don't need the heaviest weight possible and do 1 rep or 3 reps of something to get big, but at the same time, don't be scared of those same movements in smaller amounts, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So one of the biggest things that I've learned over the years is I'm actually studying to become a personal trainer also, and I've known professional bodybuilders, chiropractors, and everything else that's for everybody out there. It's to actually properly build size is what is it? It's time under pressure. Time under pressure is what it is. So a lot of negatives also doing high repetitions of a very steady amount of weights. Yeah, so like 75-80% of your workouts of your weight maxes, go ahead and pull out 10 to 12 or 8 to 10 reps. So, and that's not like, let's say my bench was 225 pounds, 80% maybe 180, 185. Go ahead and pop those out 10 to 12 times. They're definitely gonna have a bigger pump and more muscle tears, the proper muscle tears, to go ahead and build the fibers around it to go ahead and build size properly.
I'll tag on real fast. Something that Sith mentioned about the compound lifts. There's this there's kind of an idea, or maybe we saw this from workouts before, where people are doing bicep curls, tricep extensions, all these small muscle groups. And what you really are going to get a major results from are those squats, benches, deadlifts. Those target everything in your body. You're going to go core, arms, shoulders, quads, everything. And so even making sure that your big weighted movements are focused on those, you're going to see results pretty quickly, as opposed to like 1,000 of these,
Preach, brother.
Yeah. Lou, how did you? So you were saying so you said you're having health issues. Like, so how did you go ahead and approach fitness? Because it sounds like maybe you had the most drastic, I guess you could say, need for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you said, I had a need for it, so it wasn't really like I had to make a decision, or not like I could make a decision. I had to, where I had health problems that I couldn't let that keep happening. So, like I said, at first I just started eating healthy, but then like after I kind of got that underway, I started working out, and I had no idea what I was doing at first. Absolutely no idea. I was just like, I was in the gym doing full body every single day. I realized it was a horrible idea.
Very much.
Yeah, well, when you don't know, you just do what you get to the gym and you just do whatever, because you don't know what the hell you're doing. So, but as time went on, and I became more addicted to it and seeing the results, I started learning more and learning about like what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and I don't know. I'm still an absolute rookie when it comes to like lifting and stuff. Like, I know for me what has worked from experience, but I don't know realistically like what I should be doing, what I'm doing wrong, whatever. I just know what works for me. So I don't know. As far as lifting goes, I'm not really the expert on that. I'm definitely the least experienced one here. So.
Well, I mean, so how much? Can I ask you this? How much weight did you end up dropping whenever you started?
That number changes every single day because
Okay.
at one point I was 355 pounds. The lowest I got down to was 217. I'll go through like I'll be bulking, I'll be cutting, like whatever, depending on the week, the month. But since I hit 217, the highest I've gotten back up to is 245. And the lowest I've been back down to is 223. I don't know. It's just weird. I'll go through phases where I decide, you know what, like I think I'm gonna end up being a little too smaller than where I want to be at the end. So let me, try to bulk a little bit now before I get lower and it, becomes harder to do. So I don't know. It depends on the month. But I've been working out the whole time and eating healthy the whole time. So like I know I'm seeing positive results. It's just I'll change my, my goals on a monthly basis based on where I am.
Okay. See, right there. We all come from different backgrounds. Over 300 pounds, and now he's down to 200. That's personally, I love hearing stuff about that, and that's just me. Other people are just like, yeah, I want to get so massive. It's like, like I said earlier, one of the biggest things that people think about is like you got to lift heavy weights. No, one of the biggest things that Blue has said about 4 or 5 times already with just this is eating correctly. So the biggest issue or the biggest thing that people have when they're brand new, and one of the biggest things that other non-educated or people that just are they themselves are new is they say, I'm going to go lift heavy, I'm going to go lift this. That is no. What is the most important thing if you are trying to get healthy, if you are going to go lift some weights, if you want to go become better? Diet. Diet, I will say, is about, for me personally, is about 80% of the whole process. Because you know what? Out of you can go ahead and spend that one time and say, no, I'm not gonna go to the gym. But you know what? Think about those other 20 times you pass by McDonald's, Whataburger, you pass by that real good seafood place. You're just like, I really want to do it today.
Well, can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. Dude,
So
anytime you want to say something, go ahead.
Like 80% is diet, right? We're all pretty agreed upon that. That's the biggest part. And then I don't believe that 20% is physical. I believe that like 10% is physical and then 10% is mental, right?
Mm-hmm.
You so many times you're in your daily life and you need to work out and you think I'll skip today or whatever. You gotta figure out a way. I don't care if it's taking some advanced GG or the gamer subs, like whatever you need to do to get your body and your mind ready to go to make that workout happen, because it's way too easy to skip, and then it just is an endless cycle, especially if you're not predisposed to being in the gym.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, man.
I was gonna say I generally agree with what you're saying, but I disagree in like one small way. That's sometimes I've learned this as throughout this whole journey. Like sometimes if your body is telling you like I just don't want to do it today, sometimes it's best to take a day. But I think the key isn't like making sure you do it no matter what every day, and like don't let yourself give in one day. I think the key is to balance it. So if you're supposed to work out 5 days a week and you're just waking up today and you're supposed to work out and you're like, I just don't feel like it, I'm not doing it, that's cool. But your next day off, you're gonna be working out. You got to make it up somehow. I don't think you need to force yourself every day that you're supposed to, but I think you need to find balance and find a way to make it up later, or make it up in advance, knowing that you're gonna want to be lazy on Saturday or whatever. I think you just need to find a balance there.
Yeah, I agree. Once, even as a a fitness guru here, we're on this panel, it's so easy to fall back into the oh well, I'll make up for it later. Oh well, I'll do it later. What's one day off? What's 2 days gonna do? What's 3 days gonna do? And then it's so easy to fall back into the you're still eating to get big, but you're working out like shit. And it's so easy for your mind to convince yourself of that. So it is something you have to keep an eye on all the time. But I do tend to agree somewhere between the middle of those two, that, you know, some of those days when your motivation's not there, you do just have to kick your own ass and get yourself to the gym, or do some push-ups at home. If you're too embarrassed to go out, whatever, work your ass off at home. Do something. But on those days, like Blue was talking about, when your body's beat to hell, you can barely get out of bed, everything hurts, and you're going to go try to deadlift 500 pounds, you're probably going to have a bad time, and it's going to fuck with you mentally. So you got to find kind of that balance, like Blue was saying, that balance your physical, how you're feeling, with that motivation and mental aspect as well, because that's so much of it.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, my whole point wasn't based on like a physical side of things, because it was based on a physical, not the mental side. Like, if you're waking up and you're hurt, you're sore, and like, you know, you shouldn't do it for whatever reason. Maybe even you're just like pressed or whatever that day, and you just don't feel like it in that regard. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's okay. If you have a lack of motivation, you need to stop being lazy. That's all it is. Like, don't let a lack of motivation stop you.
Hey man,
It's
hey,
the other factors.
that's
you know?
the what's it called? That's the you know what, at that, because at that point then you get like you said, you don't want to get stuck into that constant rotation of just like, not today, maybe this time, da 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 da. You know what? That 1 hour all of us have spent here gaming, we could be at the gym. you know, you gotta,
Or on your damn phone.
balance, or on your damn
Whatever
phone
it
right there,
is.
Facebook, I don't know. You know, it's find that perfect balance. All right, so we have a few questions up here. So we're gonna stick a little bit more with the diet still here. We have Snug asking, which is the best protein energy drink? So, all right, so I've never really heard of a protein energy drink. I mean, I've heard of the protein shakes and stuff. So that's honestly very subjective, because you have to go ahead and because you have to take into variations that it's just like everything else, that there varies from person to person. I can't have anything with dairy in it, because I have a small allergen to casein, so I can't even have casein shakes. So I drink Optimum Nutrition, and I drink Whey Optimum Nutrition, and it's no dairy in it whatsoever, and it works great. My girlfriend, she can't have no dairy period whatsoever, because she has PCOS, so she can't have anything that would raise her hormone levels. So she drinks vegan protein shakes. My old friend's his wife was allergic to all kinds of crazy stuff, and she was drinking protein shakes, and she's a bodybuilder too. So that is definitely subjective, because if you're gonna go ahead and start looking into taking in protein shakes and taking in all this other extra kind of foods, I would say go ahead and go talk to a dietitian to go ahead and find out if you have any allergens to anything out there, because it could be one little thing you change, and the whole makeup of your workouts, the whole makeup of how your body reacts to the workouts, how you sleep, how you walk, how everything, your whole day, everything could change like that. It's whenever you take it out.
If you don't mind me hopping in on that,
Go ahead.
I would say I got a couple things to say. One, protein, like you're saying, all that information was great. Make sure you get what works for you, not just what works for other people. At the end of the day, what I guess the point I'm trying to stress is, we've talked already about how diet is 80% of what you do, fitness, training, mental, all that's maybe the other 20%. I would say what people don't realize about fitness supplements specifically is protein and all this stuff. That's 1% of that diet. That's that extra little bit that gets you over the top. That's when you're dialing things in, doing things great. But a protein shake during the day isn't going to cover if you're eating McDonald's 4 times a day. If you're eating shit the rest of your day and you're drinking a protein shake, it doesn't balance out. It's not the answer people want to hear, but it is the truth. So you got to make sure. That's why you got to make it not a diet. You have to make it a lifestyle. As cheesy as that sounds, you have to make it so it works for you, and you're not eating crap the rest of the time and then eating one protein shake and feeling like you're on track.
That's what I was going to say about the word. I hate the word diet. And I know we use it in the same term as just your regular nutrition. But the idea of a diet, I mean, from what I always understood, was you go on a diet and then you go off the diet after you've seen the results. But the problem is you just go right back to the way you were living. So if we change that idea of what a diet is, it's just eating right on the daily basis of your life, so that you're feeling better and get the results that you want.
So how would
Couldn't agree more.
how would you go ahead and tell people if because a lot of people will say they need to go on diet. So what would you say? They need to change their nutritional intake. Yeah, that's what it is.
Whatever word works for you, you know, just as long as you know that you're not going to be going back to that, you know, chips at midnight, ice cream every night anymore. Like,
Hey,
that's
you know
my
what?
favorite
Hey,
power lift.
maybe on a Saturday.
hey, you know what, Matt? You know what? So because of everything, there's actually a lot of alternatives that me and my girlfriend actually have. Like a lot of we eat Nadamu ice cream. It's no dairy. It's coconut milk ice cream. There's no sugar, no additives, no preservatives, no none of that crap, and it's damn good. I would say go ahead and go look into it.
Halo Top's another one, I think.
Halo Top is
Halo
Top is I don't like it. I don't like it. That's got dairy in it.
Yeah.
Tastes
I don't
like
like
dog
Oh, it
shit.
does. Okay.
It tastes.
It doesn't taste great, but you know,
Yeah.
But you know, do you, man?
Right.
Do you? I don't judge. It's cool.
All right, so what's it called?
can I add something to what Pro said, actually?
Say what? Go ahead.
Did you guys hear me?
What'd you say?
I just want to add something to what Pro said. I don't think it's necessarily important about like, you know, what you call it. Like I also hate the word diet. I think obviously we know what we're talking about when we say diet, but people the general public thinks of a diet as like something you do for a period of time, like he said. And I think it's more important. That was actually, to go back to what you said before about the ill-perceived, you know, fitness ideas. That was the one I had in mind, was that like people think that you can just go on a 6-week, 8-week, whatever diet, you know, whatever the case may be, and once you're done, you're fixed, and you can go back and be normal again and be 100 pounds lighter or whatever the case. But they don't understand, like, as soon as you like you said, as soon as you're done, you're gonna go back to what you were. You're gonna gain that weight back. Like, it's not gonna work. Like, I think the most important thing that like people need to understand is what the consequences are and like what the end result is. Like, if you're gonna do something, you need to be able to do it for the rest of your life. Because if you can't, then you're not going to be able to sustain your results. You're just going to go back to where you were. I think that's the most important thing. It doesn't matter what we call it. It's just, you need to understand like the consequences, I guess. I don't even know how to say it.
No, so I get that. I actually get that, because you know what? Because what is the biggest fitness kick that everybody went on recently? This year or last year? Everybody knows. So my personal thing on it is that keto is not keto helps. Keto works. Doing it long term is actually not good for your health if you actually do not go ahead and take the actual time to study what it does to your body, actually, because you actually need to offset. If you're going to go ahead and be on it year round, you actually need to offset everything that you're losing from your nutrition with supplemental nutrition. You're losing a lot. And what happens is that a lot of people will go on this keto kick, and just like Blue said, they stop, they think they reached their weight, and you know what? As soon as they have that, they go to, what's it called, Red Lobster, and get that cheese, the biscuits, man. It's just that weight packs right on you. You know? Yeah, everybody loves those biscuits. You know? Yeah, that was so that's because yeah, I just I don't like it. That's just me personally. So we had somebody ask earlier, and this will roll into the next set. So how to stay, Pro went ahead and brought this up because Pro is over in Cali, correct?
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's in Cali, and he has and everything's shut down. Right? Everything's still shut down. Gyms and everything.
Yeah, as far as gyms go, nothing.
Okay. So Pro went ahead and brought this up. What is, we want to go ahead and also bring to people, because we're talking about this and that, our experiences and everything else. So now we still want to try to go in and give you guys quite a bit more knowledge. What are some things you can do at home? Good home workouts that you can do to try to stay fit and try to stay healthy. Hey, I see you laughing at me, Sith. That one.
Well, I'm laughing because I cheat. I have a full power rack.
I seen it.
700 pounds of weights, and just got a brand new Rogue bar.
I see
So
it.
my home workout is what most people's gym workout is. So
Yeah.
I cheat. Although I could use some dumbbells if anyone's got a line on some.
Ah, there you go,
They
right
are
there.
in high
I have
demand right
three.
now, dude.
They are in
I
high
know
demand.
the price gouging is insane, dude.
I've been using I had an on and off relationship with the Bowflex Select Tech dumbbells, and fortunately, maybe like a year and a half ago, I picked them up again because I was doing Tough Mudders, and I thought, okay, I need to do some workouts at home because I need to be doing circuits, and at the gym that can, be a little nutty. So luckily I had those sitting around since then, and basically my workouts at home go into this. I use the Bowflex dumbbells, which only go up to 52.5 pounds. So that's where I was saying, like, for chest press or squats or something, I'm not hitting anywhere close to the weight that I could be hitting. But the point that you brought up earlier about you don't need to lift heavy to build muscle is true. I put on 15 pounds since February.
Good or bad?
Both.
Nothing wrong with it, man. Nothing wrong with it,
I've not been. I'm like a super ectomorph. I'm 6'3", and if I don't eat anything, I'm 160 pounds. So, yeah, that's like a bean pole, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm at like 190 right now, which is a comfortable weight to be at. But I did that all through just dumbbells, kettlebells, and that's pretty much it, just in the house.
Shit, I was on my way there before I got injured. I was gonna be 200 soon, but not anymore.
Oh, you little guys, this is cute.
Whatever.
Yeah, right.
I
7-foot giant.
I just cut, and I'm at a really low 265 right now.
Jesus
It's a little embarrassing.
Christ! Oh.
I compete at 275 in powerlifting.
Fucking hell, that's a big weight right there. That's big body weight right there.
Trying to get to the 308s next.
Oh
Maybe
no.
2021.
Jesus.
You're
Jesus.
6'6", you said?
Yeah, 6'6".
Jesus Christ. I'll wear your shirts like a dress, but I'll fit the top 100%. Like I got boobs. 100%.
There you go. Got those double XLs, boy. Trying to make him look like a medium.
All right, so Pro went ahead and said he's got the dumbbells. He's got the dumbbells and the kettlebells. Simple home workouts you can do. You can do flat. Like I said earlier, like he went ahead and brought up again. Time under pressure definitely helps. So it's time under pressure. For people that don't understand it, it means negatives. What are negatives? Negatives is so let's say you're doing a bench press. You come down and you go to start counting the weight. You start counting just 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3. Like a 5-second down, and then just a push back up. That's something you can do for that. You can also do push-ups, body weight squats. You can do sit-ups, leg raises. There are definitely a lot of home workouts you can do for this during everything going on during this pandemic. Go ahead, Blue. I see you want to say something.
Yeah. Well, Pro mentioned Tough Mudders. Actually, it's kind of perfectly fitting. Like things like you said, the body weight stuff. I know a lot of people need like motivation to actually do stuff like that sometimes. So like one thing that I got into this year, because when I started losing weight, I started doing Spartan races. Well, I'm supposed to start. I've done one so far. But I was supposed to do my second one, which got canceled. So I started doing virtual Spartan races, which is what I'm holding right here. Which is a good way of like for people who need motivation to like do all those push-ups, burpees, sit-ups, everything. Like there are like virtual things you can sign up for that give you a reason to actually do all those workouts and keep up on it, like while you have nothing else that you can do, because anybody can do push-ups and sit-ups. You don't need weights for that. All I have is 3 dumbbells that are all different weight. Like I can't do much with that. It's like I had to find other ways to stay working out and stuff like that. So like I said, I've just been doing this kind of stuff, and it's free too, so literally anybody can do it. It's not hard.
If you want to go ahead and post the link up in there, you can send it to Blue, and she can Blue Damned, and she can post it in the chat right now.
You can do that. Yeah, actually, I have a bookmark for it. So.
Yeah. So we all know that Sith cheats because he's a Sith. And so,
Damn right.
So I kind of got lucky. I actually was able to have a gym to go to when everything started shutting down. It was over in, I was able to go to work gym. So that was definitely a lot easier for me to do because I was prepping for my show and then changed it up and still kept going. But so we went ahead and I saw earlier Rosie went ahead and asked about cardio because there's people say, yeah, they're gonna go lift some weights. What is the next hardest thing? Diet. What's after that? Cardio. And who doesn't like cardio? That man to my left.
Fuck cardio.
I see. Yeah, I know how it is for powerlifters. So one of the things that people do think about. What do y'all think about when it comes to cardio? Like, how does it affect the body? And what type of different cardio is there that you can do? Nobody dare give me the basic one there. All right.
Hit is your best friend. That's what.
Say what?
Hit cardio is your best friend. It's the most effective thing by a mile.
Mhm.
Like,
So
especially when if you don't have time or you don't want to be doing something for an hour and a half, you don't have to. Just 15 minutes is plenty. As long as you're doing it right.
what is HIT for people that don't know?
Hit is high intensive interval training, which basically means instead of like running for a half hour or whatever, you're running for 15 minutes or whatever, but you'll do like a certain amount of time where you're kind of running casually or jogging casually, and then just dead sprints for a certain amount of time. So I do my HIT on a bike, so I'll do like 1 minute of casual and then 30 seconds of just as hard as I can possibly go. So it's way more effective and time saving than walking or being bored for an hour and a half.
How is it effective? Because you said it's been shown to be a lot more effective than going out there and just running. How is it effective? Because
honestly,
you can tell everybody that it's like, hey, something's effective, but there are a lot of new people that are going to ask you how.
I couldn't give you the exact answer. It's one of those things that I learned early on, and I learned that it was the way to go early on, and I have just seen it personally from my experience that it works extremely well for me. So I'm not the person to tell you exactly how it works, but I just know that it's 100% from experience it works.
Okay. So Dad Life here has a good point. He said, cardio or strength training, which is good to give you better results when you're trying to lose weight and try to be more fit. So
Oh man, Dad Life was gonna take what I was saying.
there you go.
I was
stop.
gonna give you the unpopular powerlifting opinion.
Stop being a dad.
But I guess just to touch on it, cardio can be very important, especially when you're dialing in, especially in the bodybuilding realm and everything, dialing things in physique wise, and cardiovascular can give you a lot of benefits. With that said, there's plenty of research out there that weightlifting itself is actually better for you in terms of weight loss and in terms of burning calories long term. The difference is cardio, from my understanding, again, if anyone's scientists in here, you're welcome to correct me, but from my understanding and from my scientific friends, the difference is what cardio does is it burns calories now, but it tends to be lower. So maybe you run for 3 miles and you burn 100 calories. If you bench press 5 sets, you might only burn, I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say 20, 25 at that moment. But what it does is it actually boosts your body's metabolism for the next 48 hours, is what the research shows. So you're actually burning more long term. And then in addition to that, when you add muscle onto your body needs to use calories to feed that muscle. So therefore, it's also feeding into that. You're burning more calories just by feeding your muscles. So it's kind of like, cardio is great, but it's more of a tool as opposed to the only option for things like weight loss, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So with HIT, how it goes is it raises it. Shit, Dad, doing that again. Right here. Once you are done running, your calorie burn ramps down immediately. Yes, that's what happens. So that's what happens. That's why it's more short term. It's quicker. So what happens is that whenever you do HIT for cardio, it's gonna go ahead and raise your heart rate, boost up the amount of calories that you're going to be burning, because you need those immediately right there. Depending on the type of cardio that you do, it could also, like you said, you went ahead and said, touch what I do. I was on 2 hours of cardio a day, 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night, to go ahead and hit the fat stores that were in my waist. And so whenever you go ahead and do it, there's a chance you will have a greater chance to be able to hit the fat stores that you have lying around, which is usually around the waist area. What does everybody have? People have the muffin top. So that's your fine tuning, your love handles. That's your fine tuning that you're dialing in. like you said, yes. So it will lifting weights does go ahead and boost your metabolism up for that 48 hours. But what happens when you're just going home and you're not doing shit? You're just staying stagnant at that point. You're not really burning anything, you know. So hit is actually a lot quicker to do. And if you definitely keep it up more long term, you can hit the fat stores that are in it too. That's
Sorry.
No, go ahead, man.
Go ahead. There's a gym that's kind of made a name for themselves with HIIT called Orange Theory. It's out here in LA. I don't know if it's spread.
It's down the street over here in Texas for me.
Yeah. So their whole thing is HIIT. It's keeping your heart rate right at that orange level, like the fourth, I don't know, category of heart rate. There's a level for burning fat. There's a level for burning muscle too. You're below burning muscle. The workouts are really short, but you're not stopping working out through, and that's kind of what Blue was talking about as a different way to put cardio. But they're also using weights as well. As far as going out in my opinion, like I did those Tough Mudders, and I'd run sometimes 6, 7, 8 miles a day, and I'm like, you know, it's good for this one thing, but when it comes down to it, if I spent 45 minutes in the gym lifting weights, it's going to be better for me long term than that 8-mile run I just did. Even though I'm pouring sweat afterwards, I'm like, I just accomplished so much. Well, did you?
Did you? Wow, that's wow.
Well, I will say on that note, Pro, that helps build your mental gains. That helps teach your mind that you can do whatever the hell you set your mind to, and that actually goes a long way. And it'll make your next workout in the gym better too. Just saying.
Great point.
Yo,
point.
Sister Juicy,
Mental
thanks so much for the
gains.
raid. I really
Pro tip.
appreciate it. How was your stream? Hopefully it was really, really good. Hopefully you had a great night. Thank you for coming up in here. Everybody coming in over from Sister
My
Juicy.
headphones died. Sorry, everyone.
Sister Juicy, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Everybody over in my channel, if y'all could go to take exactly go check them out. Go check her out. She's an awesome Dead by Daylight streamer. She's a phenomenal gamer, and she's part of the Joker's Brawl stream team. Thank you so much. I muted myself. I wanted to go ahead and thank somebody who had raided me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so the things that we just talked about, don't listen to them.
These guys are dumb. Don't worry about them.
I'm the smart one here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So as y'all hear, there's quite a bit of things you can go do for a hit. So hit also doesn't just go ahead and work on the fat stores that are in your you know your love handles, and also help keep your heart rate up to go ahead and continue making better weight loss for that. It also helps work your fast twitch muscles. And so so I'm actually currently reading about that in this lesson plan in the book. Fast twitch muscles are the muscles that are ready to go ahead and be used for. They have a high tier athletes are able to go ahead and fully use their fast twitch muscles for a total of 30 seconds. Those are the ones that you need. Like, there's something coming to get me. I'm gonna run this way as fast as I can. That's what those are. And then you also have, on top of that, you also have your slow twitch muscles. Those are the muscles that marathon runners have. Those are the muscles that are definitely that are really well developed and can go to run for those, 20, 30 plus hours, however the hell, those 2 hours those damn world runners run. So there's all kind of benefits that for doing hit, not just weight loss. You're also helping develop those other muscles that you do not use on a daily basis. I mean, do not use to an extent on a daily basis. There was something else you went ahead and mentioned, Pro, earlier before too, in the chat also. I had it, but I don't remember what it was though.
Well, while you're looking, I can jump on the whole weight loss thing, because
Go ahead.
I know a lot of people look at the number on their scale and are trying to get a target number and whatnot, but it's one of the biggest mistakes you can make when you start trying to lose weight, which I understand that's a huge part of it, and seeing those numbers drop, it's something to be celebrated. But when it comes down to it, you want to just be the body that you want to look at and be in and enjoy and be happy about it, and that doesn't necessarily mean a specific target number. Plus, muscle is more dense than fat. We know this. Like, if you're actually lifting and using that, you're going to actually put on weight because you're adding muscle, and then you can start shedding that fat as well. And you might actually realize that target goal isn't what you're going for.
Couldn't agree more.
Couldn't agree more.
I had one more thing as well.
Go ahead,
talking
man.
about.
Go ahead.
So like, you asked us about like cardio and stuff and like our preferences, but I think what everybody needs to understand, especially people who are like, the people who make excuses or like, oh, I'll start next week or whatever, because everything seems so hard and like there's so much that they have to do. And I can say this from experience because I was that guy for 28 years of my life. We gave our preferences and like what we prefer, but you have to understand that that's just that. It's just our preferences. Like, no matter what you do, it doesn't matter what you do. Weight training, walking 10 miles a day, it doesn't matter. As long as you're being active, you're being healthy and you're being active, that's the important thing. It doesn't matter how you do it. Like, the most important thing is that you just go and do it. Or like, no matter how hard it seems, you'll never achieve it if you don't start somewhere. So that's the important thing in my mind.
Something's better than nothing.
Do you make a disclaimer that like this is just our opinions and things like that?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just remember, everybody, like, this is not. I am training to become certified and to be able to. I'm studying to become a personal trainer. And then later on, become a nutritionist. But currently, right now, this is all of our opinions. This is from just our experiences and the knowledge that we have gained from our experiences over the years. So let's go put that out there right now. Let's just put that out there.
So if you don't mind, real quick, just one quote that I absolutely love from my Army days, kind of going back to what Blue said and jumping off that.
Hoorah.
No, I will never say that. No, fuck that. No, triggered. But the Sergeant Major of the Army, when he came in, the last one, I don't even know if he's changed since then. I'm horrible at that. But one quote he said was, physical training isn't necessarily the most important thing about your day, but it's the most important thing you do every day. So it just shows it has to be, you don't have to change your whole day for it, but if you just do a little bit every day, it adds up, and it's very important in the long run. So anyway, I'll shut up now.
No, I get that. So just so people saying, don't be stagnant, just keep moving. Go ahead and don't become the most common thing everybody has said for however long, don't be a couch potato. As I say that, and we're all gamers here, So one of the
That's why it's important to talk about.
It is. So as a gamer, me myself, I do stream video games. I love to play video games offline. I'm also at the gym, at work, and I watch a lot, and I mean a lot of anime. So there's a lot of times where I'm Pro went ahead and brought this up, saying this is one of the biggest things that is a pretty big thing for people to know, is as gamers, being stagnant is what a lot of people would just do. They'll sit there and just fester in that chair or couch or whatever and play video games. You went ahead and you wanted to bring up about your chairs, right? Was that how? Let me see if
yeah. I mean, there was anything from your chair to your setup to your monitor height to your posture. I mean, I've seen people tweet about this stuff, but if you're going to be sitting here, especially a lot of us do game a lot, from 6 to 8. Some people are pulling 24-hour streams. You need to make sure that how you're sitting and how you're playing is conducive to your long-term health, because the majority of streamers are, I don't know, would probably be between the ages of 18 and 30 or something. I don't know, somewhere around there. But if we start now with bad habits, hunched over, having the monitor too low, not having the right lumbar support or leg, angle, 10, 20, 30 years down the road, you're going to pay for it.
So you went ahead and topped on good posture. One of the biggest things that I know for a fact that a lot of gamers will have is like they end up having a hip tilt, and it goes forward, because the reason why for that is because everybody wants to go on with this gaming chair. So they hate that fucking term, gaming chair. I hate it. hate it. So an ergonomic chair is definitely one of the best things to have. And like you said, a lumbar support for all that. So if you don't know what hip tilt is, I cannot remember the name of it, the proper name for it, but I just learned about it too. Is when your hips will actually tilt forward from your your spine. So instead of your back going straight, your bottom is going to be like this. So lordosis is what can happen. And so with that, many different multiple things can happen. You can end up having issues with your hamstrings, with the quads, with the legs, your back. It's definitely bad for scoliosis, 100%. And there you go, bro. You could have just said it. I
don't want to talk your roll, man.
Nah, go ahead, dude. Go ahead. If anybody has anything to say, man, I'm not gonna be mad if you go ahead and like bump in. It's not bugging me at all.
No, that's what you're talking about.
So yeah, so anterior pelvic tilt, and that's no bueno, no bueno whatsoever. I mean, if you
stop me if you've seen that before. Just
say,
the neck, everyone's necks. This part starts to stick out, your head starts to drop because so many times you're looking at a monitor down here, and I see a lot of setups with you not having a riser for the monitor, and they're forward like this, and also on their phones, playing games down. These are all things that we gotta think about.
yeah,
I don't want to talk about it. I don't know why you're attacking me personally, but I'm over here like, what are we talking about, guys?
You're just trying to flex. That's what you're trying to flex. That 6'6", 275.
Dude, it's tough for tall
was.
guys. Man. Pro 6'3", he's got it a little bit.
The world is not built for people over 6 foot.
It really isn't.
I need to fly first class, man, just for that leg room.
Dude, I just beg for the emergency row every time.
Seriously, right?
Jesus, yeah. I mean, I spent I think I spent $130 on my chair. That's about it, and it's like I got lower lumbar support. It's ergonomic. The arms rest are really good. Got really good support for my neck and my upper back, and it's just damn good. Super chair wizard, savage. I will send you my chair. Need to raise your monitor. Yeah. So try to become as like neutral as possible, to where you're not causing any like what is the word?
Brain.
Yeah. Yeah, where you're not causing any need to. Well, I'm not buying that chair.
Oh, and also, when you're sitting, also your hamstrings are kind of constantly going to be bent as well. So you'll notice. I mean, I think men in particular already tend to have tighter hamstrings, and so that is a solid stretch to do if you do your hip workout or a little bit of cardio here, there, whatever. Make sure you're hitting those hamstrings. We can do a whole section on stretching if you want, but
go ahead. No, go ahead, man.
With stretch.
Go ahead, dude.
Stretching, foam rolling, Theragun if you have it, which is incredible. Highly recommend looking into that as an investment.
I have the tom.
Yeah, the percussive massage therapy. I swear by it, dude. You anyways. But go for that. But hamstrings are going to be tight from gaming all day because you're constantly bent, right? Same with right up here, your upper middle back are things to pay attention to.
Make me want to do that. Now I'm just like I'm stiff because of being in the sling.
We're all like, yeah, no, right. Posture.
I said, fuck it.
The whole time you guys are talking about posture, I'm just like slowly sitting up better.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean,
that's why we have posture reminders in our channel point redemptions. There's a reason.
You know what I do? I lean back. I actually end up leaning back and streaming gaming like this. That's it. Right? Okay. Right there. Show off. There you go. He's gonna be playing trials. Yep, got that guy in the back right there. He's looking up at the ceiling. That's what he did.
Oh, a ceiling monitor would be lit. Are you kidding me?
That would be really nice.
Oh, get one over your bed, man.
This thing goes.
Over your bed? I thought that's what the mirror's for. Wait, hold on. Did anybody hear that?
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I have I got the Aeron chair, so this thing is amazing. It's like I was sitting on a wooden folding chair for a long time, and it was just horrible, and I could tell like I would stretch my back and it just pop every morning getting up. And so finally at a point this year, I was like, I have to make a change, and decided to pull I got one used. It was cheap. It was like $500, but not cheap for a lot of people.
Hey, it's cheap. Well, you live in Cali, so I can see why that would be cheap.
New, it's like $1,300. Okay, I'd rather spend $500 on this chair than I would spend $500 on an Xbox Series X.
Did you see that? Google, that every Google employee has that whole Hex chair? It's like a hexagon. It's like a honeycomb on the back, and it literally forms to your back. Literally forms to your back. It's about a $1,500 gaming chair. Every single Google employee has it. It's
nice.
it's hella crazy. It's
Yeah, you can
hella
finance
crazy.
them too. I mean, that's one of the things I brought up, because when Herman Miller partnered with Logitech to release their, well, the Embody, which is basically the chair that they've been selling for years now, you know, a lot of people kind of showed shock about the price. $1,500 gaming chair. We already say we kind of hate the term gaming chair, because it's not a gaming chair. It's where you're going to be sitting in doing every other thing you're doing at your computer. And so if you want to put the investment into your body and your health and your future, maybe start there. The thing that you're going to be sitting in 8, 9, 10, 12 hours. It's some of the most important things we can put our money into is the correct mattress and the correct chair we're sitting in, you know? So
This stream has been sponsored by Logitech. Use code ProSuperHero for 100% discount.
So you said one of the best things that we all have probably also said tonight. Spend your money on your health. Spend your money on your health. I'm telling you right now, spending $500 on that new Xbox is definitely not going to go ahead and make you. You'll probably be a little happier with those better frames, but you probably will not. Your back may not be happier if you don't have a better chair. And that's I can tell you that for sure. $500 chiropractor bill? No, I mean I spent $100 on mine. You know. So you were talking about what is it called? Stretching. My pro. What are the benefits for stretching?
well, I mean, if it comes down to however whatever position you're going to be sitting in or standing in, you're putting strain on the muscles that are being used, obviously, but you're not really working them out. They're just locked in that position. And so I would just say, if you're going to be sitting down for a long time or taking breaks in between, try and get a little bit of heat on those, whether it's doing a little warm up. I mean, I know it sounds kind of silly to some people, doing a little warm up before stream, getting your heart rate up a little bit, doing some stretching. You're not just sitting in a chair. You have muscles that are activated. Things are happening, you know. And if you don't stretch, and then let's say you go try and just run down the street to grab something from the store, you pull a muscle. Like, it's protecting your body for future injury.
Yeah.
Along with other things too, but that's how I view it, and that's why I do it.
I mean, there are a lot of big streamers that we all know: Grenadier Jake, Glad, you know, all these big tier streamers that are in one gaming community that do stream 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 hours a day or whatever, and they actually ended up starting to go to take a break every once in a while, going to go walk around, do stretching, get their heart rate up to make sure that their body's not stiff and they're not causing any kind of short/long-term injuries to themselves too. And that's actually a really, really good thing. If you work behind a desk for most of the day, get up every hour at least for 5-10 minutes and go ahead and stretch, get your blood flowing, get moving, hop right back to it. There's a hell of a ton of benefits from that. One is you're not going to go up, you're not going to go, like I said, go to the store, you go down to reach something, there goes a shoulder, there goes an elbow, there goes a knee. You know, most of the worst things. Slip a disc in your back. You know, I've seen some of them have, some of them have raise up desks too. This is also true. Yeah, Glad and them do also. So, play Fall Guys makes me so angry. I hype when I get up, do jump. Right there, they do jumping jacks when they lose. Right there, stuff like that.
Gamify it, man. Gamify working out. We're all gamers, you know. Look at the numbers. Try and beat your last one. Whatever you need to do.
It's funny that you say that. In my stream, I have it where like every sub is 5 push-ups. So sometimes just to punish me, I'll just get random gifted subs, and I have to just fucking do push-ups for like an hour, basically.
Oh, I seen that. I seen those numbers. I seen them. You had like 1,000 at one point.
I owe 500 right now. So
there you go, right there. Weren't you in a moose suit too? That was for your birthday stream, right?
That was for.
There you go. There you go.
But to tag on, that is not a replacement for working out, and Blue will be
That
the
is
first
not-
one to tell you that.
Oh no. It's a good supplement. It's always good to add more.
Yeah. Hell, I mean, I've seen people go to make jokes about no, not about to say Soul Calibur for some reason. One of the older games that was like Ghost of Tsushima. What is it called? That really Dark Souls.
Sekiro?
Like no, Dark Souls. Like people were saying, talk about Dark Souls. Yeah, go ahead and every death you get, you do 5 push-ups. The next thing you know, the next picture shows a dude jacked up, buff, like a big ass 200 plus pound bodybuilder. You know, stuff like that.
Or his arms fall up.
Yeah, that too, or his arms fall
I
off.
mean, the barrel chest at that point if it's only push up.
Actually, you know, actually that could be a whole other thing. Actually, different. Everybody knows about the push-ups. It does work out your chest. It actually does also work out your triceps, biceps, and the muscles in your upper back too, and also your traps too. Different variations in hand placement for different workouts you do will go ahead and target different muscle groups. So not just being here, you can have your hands inverted inside, that hits more of your triceps. So going out will hit more of your chest and more of your triceps. It can be inside hips, mostly triceps. You can go and do Supermans that'll work your lats and your lats, chest, and abs. So just like every other single workout out there, hand placement is also another thing you can do to go ahead and hit the different variations of the muscle groups in your body. So this ties in to doing body workouts or workouts at home during this pandemic, because a lot of people don't have access to gyms. You can have a pull-up bar. You can go ahead and do pull-ups here, out. You have your arms, your palms facing you. That'll work out your biceps along with your back too, in the back, and your rear delts. So there's many different ways of just one workout you can do to go ahead and help you out. Are you getting the cat? You getting the cat? Oh, right.
I thought he
What's
was
he
going
doing?
to drop and
I
start
thought he's
doing
about to.
push-ups.
Yeah, I thought he was about to start. No, there you go, right there, right there. Can't hear you. It's too far. Can't hear you. Too far.
Oh, yeah, there we go. This is one of the made-for-TV like infomercials that actually work. It's the perfect pull-up.
Right there.
Check it out.
Right
Hell
there.
yeah.
There are different.
I messed up the walls of my apartment. I had to put this on so my wife didn't get mad.
There you go. Arnold, when winning
got
on Mr.
that.
Olympias, did heavy stretching on his rest days. He believed he helped him prevent injury, as well as stretch the fast twitch muscle fibers, ultimately giving him more mass. This is actually facts. That is actually what has happened. Hold on. Yo, Dusty coming in with that 15-month streak for 17 months, dude. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Make sure to go to use those emos, dog. Flex all over. Thank you, man. All right. Hey, if y'all want to take a quick 5 minutes, we all can go ahead and start stretching for a little bit. I gotta go take a piss. If y'all want to go do that. We'll take a quick break.
I'm totally gonna go stretch right now. That's yeah.
I'll go take a yeah.
Yeah,
Should we
there
just
we
show
go.
off some stretches while you're gone?
I don't
Let's,
care.
let's
All
just
right,
stretch a
go
little bit.
ahead. All right, I'll be right back.
I'll be the judge. You guys go stretch. I'll
If
grade
y'all
you.
if y'all want to go to keep chatting, I'll go ahead and just mute myself. That's it.
Okay.
All right, so let's just talk shit about Jim Mouse now. Let's get it in.
He's totally not a mouse at all.
Wow, yeah, true. I noticed that immediately.
Lies, just all lies.
It's a fake.
Do you think he's related to Mickey though? Because I feel like Mickey isn't really a mouse either. Seems like a guy in a costume to me.
I think I did hear that he is maybe the third cousin removed of the Great Mouse Detective.
Ooh, okay. Now
I
we're on
don't know. I mean, his arm's about the same size as Mickey, so.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Damn, throw a shade.
He's gonna listen back to it.
Yeah, I know he is. Wait, can his cheering heroes?
Yeah.
No one clipped
Oh,
this. This is between you and us, everybody.
It's a secret. Don't.
Secretly, he's actually waiting there, just listening to all of it right now.
Actually, every single one of the accounts in his stream is him. Also, just listening in. Now.
I respect that. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of work, you know?
Alright, what other shit do we want to say about him? There'll be more.
Hmm.
Tattoos are all
mean, yeah, that's true. Yeah, mine are actually all Sharpie too. I just have a really good artist. You know, the wife has really gotten it in, you know, really practiced by now. Draws them on every morning just so I feel cool about myself.
I think it works. You look pretty cool.
Thank you. I needed that today. I really needed that.
Welcome.
Hey, that's something I could bring up to talk about this a little bit is like supporting each other's gains and goals and stuff. That's like a huge part um, of the process, I think, is to have that support group and being like, you look great today, post a photo of yourself that, showing that you feel proud of and having other people bring you up. That's all part of that mental process too.
Hell yeah. I talk.
Hey,
Oh shit, he's
guys.
back. Everyone shut up. Everyone stop.
Hey, have y'all read my stream chat?
So have you heard of weather?
No, go ahead. Just go ahead and read up a few lines where I got added at.
That's wireless headsets. Nice. See, I knew it. I knew you were fucking listening. I knew it.
He meant the part where it said he's probably pooping.
But I mean, on a real note though, Pro brings a pretty good topic. If you want to
Go ahead, dude. Hey, go ahead, man. Go ahead, dude, man. Go ahead, man. We'll continue this on for another 40 minutes if y'all want to.
Yeah, I guess I was just talking about how Blue said to Sith he looks good, and I was just saying how that's a really good part of social media, and kind of during this pandemic being able to see each other's progress, comment on it, bring our friends up for the progress they've made. For a lot of people that are trying to either lose weight or gain weight or don't feel good in their bodies, it's difficult for them to put that out there into the world. So for it to be received in such a positive manner, which I see constantly on my Twitter feed, is just someone posts something, it's like, great work, keep it up, awesome, love it. That's just all gonna help.
So accountability and picking each other up.
100%.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
That's
Guys,
go ahead.
I was gonna say I can say with 100% confidence, as being somebody who used to be gigantic, posting even like the smallest updates and like the smallest bit of progress, and having like a beautiful person comment and be like, dude, you're doing amazing, and I'm just like, you look like The Rock, and you're saying that to me. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Like, that can be huge for you, So yeah, just saying nice things to each other and actually meaning it, I think, is also important. Is super helpful.
Couldn't agree more, man.
Couldn't agree more with that.
I kind of have a similar, but on the other side take as well. Completely different from the size difference. I'll say from like what Mouse. Fighting injuries is really tough, and basically, I don't want to get sappy in the long story, but
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead, dude.
I got 2 bones fused in my foot. My heel and my ankle bone are now 1 bone, and I got 2 giant screws put up through them. So I
you're
couldn't
an
even
alien.
walk. I'm a fucking alien, but that's for a whole nother reason. But I will say, simply having people there, and when I'm lifting, I'm squatting 135 pounds again, which is to most people is nothing. That's a warm up weight going up, but to me, who couldn't even walk, and I was doing these things, to have people there to be like, put this in perspective. You're still walking on a cane and you're doing these things. So just having someone there to point out where you came from is great. But also on the flip side, I need everyone to realize you're going to have those external, factors of people bringing you up. You also have to take time from now and then to look back on your own progress and realize whether you wanted to lose weight, gain weight, get stronger, get bigger, whatever it is, or whatever humps you've overcome. You have to take some time to look back 6 months, a year, and be like, holy shit, that's where I was and I'm here now. Like, it can take a bad day where you had a bad workout, or you feel weak, or you feel big or small, or whatever you don't want to be that day. If you just take some time to look back and realize where you came from, that personally helps me a lot, and realize, kind of puts everything in perspective. If that makes any sense at all.
Self-motivation, that's actually what it is. It does make a hell of a ton of sense. So,
and can I piggyback on that just one moment?
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Blue.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the self-motivation part is the most important part, because if you are not motivated and you don't actually want this change to happen, and you're getting outside sources telling you need to or whatever, but you really don't feel like it, the struggle to actually get to where you want to get to is going to be, well, you don't even want to get there, because if you're not feeling it, it's not going to happen. Basically, it's like quitting an addiction. If you don't want to do it for yourself, if you don't want to make those gains, it's not going to happen long term.
Been there too.
Yeah. What is
Have a fun story.
what is it? After 2 weeks of changing something, it becomes a habit, or 2 weeks starting a new habit. After 2 weeks, it becomes a lifestyle. Is that how it
Yeah,
is?
they say that, but I think that's bullshit. I think it's months. I think
A long time, in my opinion.
I
6 days, I think, is the exact amount of time. I only know that because Gymshark does a 66-day challenge at the beginning of every year, and I've taken part of it. So I think that's the exact time frame. I don't know if I believe that either.
Hey, I mean, hell. So I don't have a. Let me go ahead and stop this real quick. Let's go ahead and like acknowledge Pro's nails here. They are so beautiful. So
right?
so I saw this. I saw it later on when I was in his stream the other day. He had a thing set up to where people donated channel points to go ahead and visit your wife. Was it your wife?
Yes.
Yeah, have his wife do his nails on stream. Show him. Let's see.
All right.
Let's see 'em.
So these are Avengers nails. So we have
man.
Can't wait to see.
Iron Man,
See, that is
Black
epic.
Panther, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and Vision. And then
Use
these
the-
are all hand.
Okay.
You want to see the Hawkeye?
So, appreciate it.
It was blurred. It was blurred. And these are hand painted too. So Captain America, and then Thor, Black Widow, Spider-Man, and Hulk. So yeah, we did she's a nail artist, incredibly more talented than me at everything in life, but especially at nail art. And so we did a nail art stream where we had 2 cameras on our faces and one on the nails, and then just chatted for like 6 hours. And
Does she
worked
have an
on it.
Etsy? Does she have an Etsy for this?
She has an Instagram.
She has an Instagram.
She's an Instagram and-
If you want, you can go ahead and send it to Blue, and so we can go post it.
Okay.
Everybody go ahead and go check it all out.
Sure.
Apparently, you paid her in nuggets. Were they dinosaur nuggets? Were they dinosaur nuggies? They were dinosaur chicken nuggies.
Yeah, she's a big fan of the McDonald's chicken nuggets. That's her
no-
guilty pleasure. And but how can you turn down some nuggets on a Friday night?
Easy. No.
Any
Just
night.
say no.
Just say no.
Yeah, chicken nuggets.
So everybody just has all kinds of backgrounds. This is epic. Like I said, Sith over here came from the military, had surgery, and now he's squatting 135 on a cane walking, and now he's up to 500. I think last time I saw
I got a torn meniscus, so it's more at like 450 right now.
torn
But,
meniscus. So
we'll
he
get
so
back
he
there.
so he's still injured. That's what we do. We just keep pushing. And
Always.
Blue over here bettering himself to go ahead and not kick the bucket, for the lack of better words. And then Pro being an athlete, just staying fit, staying healthy. Because I'm sorry, me personally, I don't have a big what is it called? I don't have a big story for my whole fitness thing. I was the small guy. I was the kid getting bullied, and then I started bullying the bullies, and I started lifting weights. And then you did what?
That is your story then.
There you go,
Don't
man.
put your story down just because other people they have different that might be bigger or whatever.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
So I graduated high school at 133 pounds, went to basic training, left at 143. I left schooling at 154, and then that was in 2012, and now I'm 180 pounds. Just slowly getting bigger, and gonna strengthen, gonna go ahead and get bigger and compete again in bodybuilding. So, and that was another thing too, for me, I went ahead and already knew a lot of people doing bodybuilding. I stopped doing powerlifting, and then I went ahead and went ahead and went into a pretty deep hole in life, for the lack of better words. And so I went ahead and started bodybuilding, and it definitely got me out of that mental hole that was definitely not leading down a good path, period. Drinking by myself on the weekends, staying with, not calling up friends for, when I was having those times. And you know what though, it's become a lifestyle that definitely has saved saved me a lot. Saved me a lot. It's
Sounds
it's
like
really
a pretty great story. Man.
Yeah, man. I was there with when I mentioned I had a shoulder injury, and that was my peak of like bodybuilding. I wouldn't even put myself in that category, but I was lifting heavy and gaining a lot of I was heavy, and after that I fell into kind of despair, a lot of feelings of I'm never going to get back, I'm never going to be able to do this, trying, failing, trying to do physical therapy, not really working, and eventually I was just like, I guess that's it, I'm done working out, I'm done lifting weights. And it took looking at it in a different way of doing smaller muscle groups, lower weights, trying to build it up, doing a lot of stretching, and was able to kind of get back to a place without trying to jump to where I was before immediately.
Holy
'cause it's such a long grind to get back to. And mentally, I wasn't there for years. I just couldn't get into it. And finally, now in the past, I would say even year, I've just been able to finally switch that back on. So
That's actually
that's
literally
that's hella
been me this
awesome.
past month.
I've watched you. I've been watching your stuff too, Sith, quite a bit. I've been seeing about that. Go ahead.
I've kind of been in a weird spot. I keep getting surgery after surgery after surgery, and I am just all sorts of fucked up. And a lot of people look, and I try not to portray that outwardly when I stream or do things like that. I tend to be more of a positive, uplifting dude because I feel like we all get enough bullshit in our lives. Anyway, with that said, internally, I have a very weird relationship with fitness. I'm very competitive. I'm very hyper competitive, and I pretty much take that all out on myself. So powerlifting is a competitive sport, but I do it more as a self competition. And I've been training, doing all this stuff, doing meets, setting PRs, and then there was kind of a time when I kind of slowed down a little bit with it. And then, I started streaming my workouts, which was great for motivation. I had a really good time. It was a lot of fun. But as time went on, I realized it was getting harder and harder for me to train with the same intensity that I was. Because my other environment when I didn't stream was like a gym full of people yelling at you, that kind of stuff. We had a college powerlifting team. But it's been a weird relationship, especially the last few months. I changed platforms, and then on top of it, I got a torn meniscus in my knee. So it got to the point where I couldn't squat, like, at all. And frankly, the doctors didn't want to do anything about it. There's no real surgery that helps. There's research that says surgery doesn't help it. So it's kind of been a weird place. There was a couple months here, these past couple months, where I've just been in this weird middle ground, wondering if I should just quit entirely, wondering if I should change how I train or just train privately and not even train privately, just lift privately and just kind of shut that side of me off. And then it wasn't really until these last few weeks that I was like, you know what? Fuck that. This is who I am. I battle back from injuries. I don't care if I'm going to, do totals that are way lower than they used to be for me. I don't care if I'm going to bench 100 pounds less. I don't care. I'm going to build back up. And it's about taking this adversity and this bullshit that happens to you and bending it to your will and using it as motivation. Even if you're not where you used to be, you can always be better than who you are right now. And that's what I try to keep telling myself. And I don't have to beat, last year's me. I have to beat right now's me. And then eventually I'm going to surpass last year's me. But I don't even know where I started with this. I kind of got going on a tangent.
No. That's just fine. That's just fine, dude. We're listening to you. So we'll go ahead and use this to feed into the feed us into the second to last part for the night. You say you just kept going. What is the one thing? What is another thing that people will do with their injuries? Fuck it, I can keep going.
That's wrong too.
That is wrong. That is, I'll tell you right now, that is wrong. That's good. That's awesome. You have the drive. That's phenomenal. One of the other biggest things that you can do too whenever you are seeking fitness, already in fitness and just polishing it up, listen to your body. If your body says no, don't do it. If you are injured, talk to a professional to go ahead and get the proper diagnosis that you need. And you know what? It does not matter if the doctor says you're not supposed to do shit for 2 weeks. Don't want to. Don't do shit for 2 weeks. Proper rehab is stuff you're gonna go ahead and again rebuild your muscles, whether your muscles are torn, sore, or they're just your body go into It's what the word that starts with A. I talked about it earlier
Atrophy?
too. Yeah, when your muscles go into atrophy, there one of the biggest things is you have to make sure you listen to your body so you can go and do the proper rehab to go ahead and make sure that you stay better. Sith.
He's right. I mean, that's part of the reason why I keep getting injured is because I don't take my recovery. I get too in my head and I want to do shit now. So I don't mean this as a do me, because trust me, you don't want to do like I do. I'm an idiot when I train. But yeah. Anyway, I'll shut up. I won't go on another long tangent. I
No,
promise.
dude,
But
go
yeah,
ahead,
listen to your
go.
body. He's
Dude.
100% right. Professionals know better than any. Your doctor's gonna know better how this injury is gonna hurt you than you will. Your mind will keep telling you just to do it, but don't listen to it sometimes.
I would argue that the recovery and like your nutrition, post-workout nutrition, all that kind of stuff is as important, if not more important, than the workout itself. Honestly, so yeah, super important to take care of your body and make sure that you're treating it right. You know,
And you can change your workout a bit. Like you got an injury up, I mean, you see Jim House doing his leg, whatever, the leg curls.
Leg extensions and the
Like,
curls.
yeah,
Oh,
leg
that I
extension-
posted up just recently.
Yeah, you can find other ways to still kind of, unless you, I mean, you blow your knee out. Okay, like I got it. Like, but
Yeah.
if you're dealing with, a strain over here or something, and you're okay, well, I'll just skip the gym, and it's not that serious. You can find other ways to still kind of stay active, maybe even just walking. I'm just trying to say, don't use it as an excuse, but listen to your body, obviously, first.
Yeah.
if it's minor stuff, like you said,
Right. Yeah.
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 I'll walk through, torn ACL. That's a terrible idea.
Oh yeah.
That's your excuse to skip leg day.
Hey, there you go.
I've
Positive, right?
seen those twigs you got on that 6'6" body.
Hey, I'm working on it, man. Shit.
I mean, you saw
Um,
Carson Wentz throw a touchdown with a torn ACL. Come on.
Oh God.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. So me, I have my outer left pectoral. I have a full thickness tear. That's 100%. I have not been able to stream since last week. I've been able to game here and there, but I'm not supposed to have my left arm up in front of me. I cannot bring my left arm above me. I cannot bring it out to the side. I cannot do all this. Jumping jacks out of the question, so push-ups and everything else. So I've been going out. So I've been doing legs. I've been doing legs 3 days a week. I make sure I don't do really super heavy weights. I make sure I do my negatives because it definitely, like I said earlier, to me personally, it works a lot better. I'm listening to my body. I'm not touching upper body period dot. I'm not doing anything that requires that. But just also remember this too, even if you are injured minor or major, you also do strain. You also will put strain on whatever muscle group is torn or injured or anything of the sort. So that's why I myself do not go really heavy when I'm doing legs, leg extensions, curls, leg press, all of that, because I'm still putting pressure on the chest, and there's a chance I can still tear more of it. So you also got to think about that.
I don't know another injury, but I had a shoulder surgery last year too. I didn't know that, honestly. I was trying to go back to lifting other things, and I went for a follow-up appointment, and they mentioned, hey, make sure to keep your heart rate low. Don't do strenuous exercise. And I was like, I can't work out my legs? Come on, it's nowhere near. It's fine. And they're like, it increases your heart rate, increases the blood pressure, and it basically swells up that area just because more blood is circulating through your whole body. And so you can do things like pop stitches easier. You can do things just genuinely put more pressure and tension on the hurt area. So exactly what Jim was saying is 100% true.
And that's the difference between what Blue was saying, where if you have an injury like that and you've spoken to a doctor and they're telling you to shut things down, listen. If you're feeling sore or have something that's just bothering you a bit, and you can still do a different type of workout, go ahead. There's a balance for sure.
Oh yeah. I had two shoulder dislocations on the left, same way, this direction, doing jujitsu, and because of that, the tendons were stretched out and everything else of the sort. And whenever that happened, at one point I was only benching 225 and went down for my third rep, and I had a minor tear, an inch in, 8 centimeters deep. So it wasn't a full thickness tear; it was a partial tear. But that was also 2 years after the 3 years after the second tear. Yeah, 3 years after the second dislocation. So because of the two shoulder dislocations, the right side overcompensated. Because the right side overcompensated, this side also became unstable a little bit more, and because of that, it was putting a lot of pressure over on the left, and then bam, that happened. So any one little thing you do can go ahead and start affecting everything else of the sort. So just putting pressure on one thing, it's your whole body that's being worked on, no matter what you're doing. Does not matter. You're walking. When you're walking, it's not just your quads and hams. It's gonna be your calves, your back, your shoulders. You'd be surprised at everything on what is all actually working throughout your body for the simple tasks that you do every single day. So, all right. So I guess we'll just run it up onto the last end of this, unless y'all have anything else extra you want to touch up.
There was one more thing I wanted to add to what Sith said earlier, actually, about remembering where you were like 6 months ago, a year ago, whatever the case. I think an important thing for anybody who's trying to lose weight is to take like progress pictures, which helps you, like, you'll have those days, like you said, where you're not feeling good about it, about yourself, about whatever the case. If you take those pictures and like where you were, or even if you're trying to just get bigger and you were tiny before, like you said, look where you were. Like, maybe you don't feel great now, maybe you're worse than you were last week, but look at those pictures from 6 months ago and see how far you've come, and be like, you know what, I can keep going, and then 6 months from now I'll be even better. And like, I think that's important to keep things in perspective for you as well.
That runs in great with what Sith also said earlier too. Worst things you could look at is that damn number on that scale. Worst thing you could do. I was training a friend of mine a few years ago, and I told him, do not look at the scale. What did he do? He looked at the scale, and he was upset that he wasn't making the progress he should have been, or the progress that he could have made, because I found out later on that he was actually drinking too still. I got this man to lose 17 pounds in 4.5 weeks. And he was upset because the thing, it was still, the number on the scale was still the same, and I told him not to. It's not gonna help you. You're gonna want to stop. And he stopped training with me. I was like, all right, cool. I did about $200-300 worth of training for you for nutrition and workouts daily, and I did it for free. Go fuck yourself.
Well, that's another point. One of the things you can do outside of working out, or I tell people, like, cut your carbs, cut your sugar, cut your alcohol intake. Like, if you just start cutting those three things out of your life, you're just gonna see that shed with the amount of consumption that we have of those things.
Yeah. So if somebody were to take something away from this tonight as a beginner, what do y'all say? What do y'all think that they should go ahead and start with?
One single thing. I would say more than just watch what you eat, track what you eat, and you'll be fucking surprised. I promise you. Honestly, track. Like, get one of that MyFitnessPal app, and if you eat a tub of cookies, put the whole damn tub in there. Like, just be honest, and that will be a wake up call in and of itself.
Hey, what cookies did you eat today, Seth?
You don't want to know what I've eaten. I've eaten a lot. As soon as I get off this, I'm just.
I'm hungry too, man. I gotta eat after this, and
man.
I gotta eat, and the girls gotta go to the gym. What about you, Blue? What do you think?
Actually, what he just said is kind of perfect. I would add, like, track what you eat, and don't, like, if you want to get started, don't just jump straight into the deep end and think that you're going to succeed, because you're not. Like, anything you do cold turkey is going to suck ass, even if you do succeed. Like, you're not going to want to do it. Like, I would say, I know this seems very counterproductive, but when you first start, like, if you want to just lose weight, track what you're eating already. Don't change anything. Change absolutely nothing for the first week or two, and track what you already are doing. You have a basis of, like, where you started. And then slowly make small changes that become part of your lifestyle over time, so that it doesn't even feel like you changed a lot. You just changed one thing every 2 weeks or whatever the case. And I think it's a lot easier to sustain that if you're making small changes and slowly incorporating into your life, rather than jumping headfirst into the deep end of whatever you're trying to do.
Okay, what about you, bro?
I guess I could try and deviate a bit, but like we live in a world of instant gratification. Social media, likes, comments, you're getting notified and you get the serotonin levels flying every time you see another like. And that's one of the issues is we are so used to that some people will join that gym on January, right? And you see the influx of the gym in January, and a lot of us that are constantly in the gym skip January at the gym because it's just so mad, and then February everyone's gone. So because they cancel the memberships or are not going to stick with it. So my thing would just be to say to tag on to start small. Don't expect these results instantly. They're not going to be. And to just do it. I mean, to quote some of our favorite apparel brands, just do it. Just start. 30 minutes. Pull up a YouTube video, whatever it is, whatever you need to get you getting that heart rate up, starting to work out a bit, following the dietary instructions that you find that are all out there. And you can do more than you think you can.
There you go.
I guess real quick to jump off that, just like he was saying, like Pro's saying, just adding on to that diet wise, no fad diets, these crash bullshit diets that are telling you to cleanse for 2 weeks or
Keto.
cut everything instantly. It's a recipe for disaster, especially if it's your first time doing this kind of thing. Like, take it slow. Like Blue was saying, track what you're eating already, cut it just a little bit, and you'll see a lot more improvement than a quick crash, and you'll pack it back on and more.
There you go. Hey, I couldn't have said it better.
That's how I succeeded. So
There you go, right there. Track what you're eating for 1 to 2 weeks. Go ahead and slowly start weaning off. If you don't have that discipline to go ahead and jump off, like Pro said, jump off the deep end. That's what I did. I jumped off the deep end, and I'm still doing it. But that's just me. And like Sid said, just track it. Just like Blue. Everybody, we all in here have been on some kind of nutritional plan, where we all are watching what we eat, and we all like fitness. It is now part of our lifestyle. That's what we want to do.
Forgive yourself. We all slip up. Everyone, we don't, can't get down yourself too much.
There you go. Because you know what, some 14-year-old kid on Fortnite would tell you suck. Don't listen to him. All right. So, all right. So I like to call it right there. So we can get right into the other best part. Some plugins right here. We're going to start with Sith. Sith, you wanna plug in yourself right here? Tell us streams, what you stream. Go ahead. We'll go from you, Blue to Pro. Go ahead.
All right. I actually moved all my gaming stuff over to a platform called Trovo, so I won't drag you over there. But Sith over there if you're bored.
Go ahead.
And I'm actually bringing back Sith Fitness. Tomorrow is the plan. So I'm going to be breaking in the new bar tomorrow. We're going to be moving our workout streams here because there's a community for it. So other than that, Instagram, Twitter, I'm around.
What is your? Did you already? If you have any links you want to post, send them to Blue. She will post them in chat. Send it to Blue DMD. And she'll post it in chat.
I don't want to take everyone's spotlight. You're good.
Go ahead, Nod. Go ahead. This is the plug moment right here.
Just creep Jim Mouse, and you'll see me chat on his shit all the time on Twitter. So there you go. That's how you find me.
There you go. You can also find him on Twitter also. So Blue. So wait. So Sith, you just do fitness streams?
No, on Twitch.
On Twitch, it's just fitness streams.
My fitness and non-gaming streams if I decide to do those.
And Trovo
and then
Live.
Trovo's gaming, hardcore gaming, goofy comedy gaming, not top level stuff. Just more for fun. I wear a Sith robe, the whole 9 yards. So,
there you go.
Yeah, that's enough about me.
All right, Blue. You're muted.
That's what I literally started with. Is my mic on? Because I wasn't sure. I can never tell.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays, I used to be a Destiny streamer, but nowadays, I just stream whatever I feel like playing, which right now is Among Us, like everybody else on the planet. But yeah, I mean, I stream 5-ish days a week on Twitch. It's just comedy, like Seth was saying. Don't take me seriously, please. You're not gonna see pro plays for me anymore. I'm too old for that shit. But I post all my progress and workout stuff on Instagram, and plan in the near future on making YouTube videos about like, me and my friends trying like the Navy, like the Navy SEAL test and like stuff like that on YouTube. So that stuff's gonna be coming too. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. What platform are you on? So you're not on Xbox anymore. You're just strictly PC now.
I do everything. Well, I guess not. I don't do PS4. I do Xbox and PC, but right now I'm on PC. So.
Okay. All right. So make sure to go check them out. When is your stream schedule?
Yeah, that's a good question.
All right. So go ahead and click that link. Go and check out Bluehawk. Also go check out if you don't have a Trovo Live account, go ahead and go make one. Go ahead and go follow Sith on there too for his gaming experience on there. I was able to see him while I was busy doing a bunch of other stuff, playing some Valorant. Totally getting owned on that rocket shot that I did watch. I was there for. And he went around that corner.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, go Pro. What about you? What do you stream? Plug in yourself. Go ahead.
Sure, I'm ProSuperHero, the name that I created when I was like 17 and just stuck. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/ProSuperHero, and I have a YouTube channel, ProSuperHero. Surprise! So I also mainly stream Destiny, but recently I've branched out a little bit just with the lull of the game, playing some first-person games like The Witcher, Last of Us 2, these types of adventure games, and I just have a good time, man. So if you like having a good time, let's do it together.
This is it. I've been in every single one of these people's channels, either lurking or sometimes just shooting the shit, talking shit to them, and it's just funny. As everybody already knows me, the new people that do not know me, welcome here. My name is Jim Mouse. This is our first ever fitness podcast. Hopefully tonight was a little bit of a banger. Hopefully I enjoyed it. Hopefully I can see you up in here next time. I will be having surgery on Friday, so I don't know when the next time we'll be maybe streaming, maybe next week on maybe Thursday. And if, like I said, if this was good enough, I may end up starting for this to become the thing that I do, since I won't be able to game. I do when I do stream video games, I am a Dead by Daylight streamer, and I am on PC at the same time too. So Sith did not say this, but Sith is also a Gamer Subs partner. Right there, loves it right there. Strawberry Burst. That's what he's drinking right there.
Placed.
Yeah, conveniently placed.
I tower over earlier. So.
Everybody, right now, my code mouse is if you use code mouse over at your store, I currently do have worldwide shipping for free. Worldwide. If you are over the UK, Australia, anywhere over there in Europe and everything else, if you go ahead and use my code, the shipping will be free, and that is definitely a lot more savings than the 10% off normally. So if you are a follower of Sith, make sure to go ahead and use his code Sith at checkout for your 10% off. I'll plug that in for you, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So hopefully everybody when you had a great time, guys. I really appreciate it. I know this was a bit of a it was like a bit of a thrown together at the same time. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do it, but then but I really appreciate you guys going ahead and taking interest. Oh yes, and it's also free shipping for anything for over $30. That's what I meant. Sorry, forgot to add that too. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you didn't, you can tell me to go fuck myself right now. You're not gonna upset me. I just tell you to go fuck yourselves too.
He was great. The guests, though, I don't know.
Yeah, they're real questionable.
Yeah, Blue was being a little quiet. Blue's being a little quiet. You can talk up, man. It's all good.
Is my mic go down?
Mic is good now.
All right, cool. I'll do that. Yeah, that's why I was quiet. I just kept forgetting.
It's all good. It's all good, man. But yeah, no, I seriously. Drink some Gamer Subs. Shit's really good. It's keto for. I actually did see earlier when somebody went ahead and said G Fuel. G Fuel is actually utter trash. For the 100 sub servings for Gamer Subs, it is in America 35 cents a serving for 100 tub serving. Over in Canada, I think it's 43 cents or 46 cents a serving. And then for G Fuel, it's actually a little bit over $1 a serving, if I remember correctly. And the servings are definitely a hell of a ton bigger. You don't want all that shit. So guys, I really appreciate it. Hopefully I can go ahead and Pro, I know you went ahead and mentioned some people I could probably get in for the next one. I know I do have But I know I do have some people set up. If you want to be up in here next time, let me know. I definitely would love to go ahead and have y'all up in here because I like the knowledge and everything, the background everybody was able to go ahead and put up in here. So thank you, seriously. And oh my god. So yeah, so we're going to call it a night there. Everybody, make sure to go ahead and go check them all out. Trovo, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. You will probably find me in there lurking and talking some shit with them too. And so, all right. So y'all have a great night. We're gonna go ahead and call that one. Hey everybody, we've reached the end of the first ever gym session podcast. Over in the description, you will find the names and links of every single social media where you can find the personnel that decided to go ahead and take place on this. Really appreciate you taking the time to learn and ride this session out with us. Hopefully I'll have a great rest of your day. Hopefully I can see you in here next time. It's like I always say, stay beefy. Peace.